What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back, one. Welcome back, all. You are watching the Tackle CoOp right here on Facebook and YouTube and all the fun stuff. I'm Chad. Nobody knows what I do here. But over here, this guy, Brian, the railroad crossing, he once set a hook so hard he crossed the fish's eyes and it's going in circles for 3 days. Down below, we've got Marcus the tree rat crabs. He once climbed a tree so high he could see bass bedding in 4 different states. Gentlemen, how the heck are you?
Good. How are you guys?
I couldn't be better, brothers.
Glad you're out of snow.
I watched it melt all day and loved it.
Oh, you'd walk outside, gentlemen, and it just sounded like it was pouring down rain.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I had 70 degrees down here today and snow on the ground in the fields, and I had the air conditioner on in the truck. That's Indiana.
I tested the AC in the new car, and it works.
Good.
Can't beat that. Cannot beat that at all. Baseball season has officially begun. Pitchers and catchers have reported. Fish are moving up to. They're moving up to spawn. They can feel it. They felt the sunshine today.
There were some good bags. There's some good bags at Evansville.
Oh yeah,
they're on the bed at bogs. They're on the bed at bogs right now. You could go drill through the ice and catch them on the bed at bogs.
That's crazy. I did it yesterday.
Everybody should go.
Drop shot at them.
Drop shot
at them through the ice.
Through the ice, dude. Punched. My drop shot went right through there.
Yeah, it's melting at a high rate of speed. I have never been so excited to see dead grass in all my life.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
100%.
It was welcoming. It was scary, but it was welcoming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Brian, you've done some shopping today.
I did do some shopping today.
And that's brought us like some hot new guests. We're excited about this whole endeavor tonight. Yeah, Brian, I'm gonna let you do the intro.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all you, bud. Intro these guests.
Well, let's introduce our guests. Let's bring them on. We have from the one and only Rod Locker in Evansville, Indiana, Brian and Chad. Welcome, guys.
You guys hear us? We may have lost them before we started.
Oh no. Technical difficulty.
I seen them. They was there, and then they was gone.
Yeah, dude.
Let's try that again.
Well, that didn't work.
I like this view.
It's really pretty.
Look at you.
It's nice and green.
Nice and green.
Too long.
Nice and green.
It's been way too long.
Hey,
you guys there?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Lost them.
I thought it was me. We'll see him punch back up in here in a second. But
while
we're here, keep it rolling.
What'd you get?
Yeah, tell us about what you bought.
Dude. So Brian Chad hooked me up really nice. Got a new Corrado BFS XG.
Corrado Day.
So we're gonna do a bunch of BFS fishing this year. Something new for me as far as the way we're doing it nowadays, and have been, I guess guys have been doing it for a few years now. You know me, I like Japanese stuff, not just so much Japanese American domestic market, but the actual Japanese stuff. So I like to order from Japan when I can. So got a really funky new BFS rod to go with it. Me and Marcus were talking about that earlier. It's a 6.6 extra fast light from a Japanese company that I can't even remember what the actual full company name is, but they make them, I guess, in China from what I understand, but they're a Japanese company. So say they outsource them. Company called Circe. Really cool. And got a bunch of Karashis today. And shout out to some really cool tackle company called Core Tackle. I got some picked up some of their stuff today. I really like their stuff. Hopefully, if my wife's watching, she's listening. I still need some more stuff for Valentine's Day.
What'd you say you bought? A Karashi?
Yeah, the Mega Bass Karashi. I probably got
Swim
it.
baits?
No, they are. They're little finesse baits, BFS baits. So
Ooh.
like, there's my pinky. I mean, they're
Oh,
tiny.
geez. Is it like a little jerk bait?
So a Karashi is basically a subsurface walking bait.
Ooh.
So if that makes any sense. Hey, there's
Yeah,
Brian.
similar to a jerk bait.
No. There he
There
is.
he is.
Hey,
Oh,
Uh-oh. See ya. Hey. See ya.
hey.
hey,
Did we make it?
You
You
made
made
it. We're here. We're live. We're live from the Rod Locker.
It only
There
took
you guys
3
are.
devices and 2 idiots to figure it out, but we're here.
Hey, we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we knew what we were doing, we would be lucky. That's why we podcast.
Darn tootin'.
No, we were just talking. We went to introduce you guys, and we switched over to you, and it was a black screen. It was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So we were just telling everybody what I got today from you guys. So it was kind of nice. Got to show off the Corrado BFS and the Karashis and the core tackle and all that good stuff we got today.
Yeah, Brian's got impeccable taste. A couple of nice Karashis. That Corrado BFS is awesome. I think that's the best BFS reel for the money. I mean, obviously there's more expensive ones out there that
Right.
into that upper echelon price point that feel a little different when you pull the wallet out. But for a good, really solid reel, that Corrado is an awesome choice.
That's the
And
only part that feels different, probably.
Yeah, and even Chad hooked me up. Got a new shirt. You can't see it, but hey, look, sporting a new shirt.
We're giving Brian crossing a hard time because he's getting to be an old guy. He does stuff like point his shirt up towards the camera and he
Right.
holds the phone up real close to his face every now and then. So you gotta excuse him. We're trying. We're trying to teach him.
You're not allowed to make fun of him for that because we got again, 2 people that couldn't figure out how to get logged into a app that I've used 20 times. So
It happens.
you
It
can
happens.
direct that
No.
you can put that on me for now. Save him the embarrassment.
So, gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about the origin story and the philosophy of the shop. From tackle junkies to owners, how did this begin for you guys?
Well, it's just something we always. I've known Chad for almost 20 years, and we've just always stayed really tight. We fished together a whole bunch, and the opportunity to do something like this kind of presented itself, and it was something that there was no way that I'd be able to do myself. And I went through and I made a list of everybody that I'd be interested in partnering with.
Mm-hmm.
And I got done with that list and I started to go through all the names, and it was pretty easy because there was only one. And it was Chad. So I asked him if he'd be interested, and he gave me an answer, and he started shaking his head yes right away. And he's like, I'm going to check with my wife, but I'm pretty sure I'm in. I'm going to check with my wife, but I'm pretty sure. And anyway, we got it going from there. And I don't know, it's been a whirlwind. But it's really fun, and we're super excited. We can't wait. The grand opening in store was a giant success. This dude is loved by everybody. One of these days he'll probably run for mayor of Evansville and win hands down. But until then, he'll just be owner of a fishing store.
Evansville will be a lot better place with a tackle owner as its mayor.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Get some fishing piers put in down on the riverfront, new boat ramps.
We might have to stock it with some fish.
Right.
Yeah. Florida strains.
Rivers 10 fish.
Just jacking 10-pounders out of creeks on the Ohio River in Evansville.
Right. That'd be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So to kind of fill the gap here just a little bit. So you guys focus at the Rod Locker, your focus is basically a higher end process, but you've got a lot of other things that go into customer service. And when I say high end, I mean, it's not just tackle, it's customer service. It's some of the programs that you guys offer. That's a lot better than some of the automated calls things that you deal with and bots on different websites. Kind of talk a little bit about the touch that you guys have down there at the Rod Locker.
Well, honestly, that's what kind of made me when Brian approached me was the knowledge we have here and the love of fishing. And it really translates into talking to our customers and, being loyal to our customers. We think that's one of our base mottos, that to have loyal customers, you need to be loyal to them. And that's something I think we do really well, is to make an atmosphere where people feel welcome. And some knowledge when if they ask, we can kind of build them a setup or recommend what they should be doing at a certain time or what they prefer to do, kind of lead them down that path. But it's not just to get them a setup, it's to get them something when they go home and they use, they're happy with it. And some of the most satisfying moments are when customers come back and they tell me what a great trip they had because of something that we put together for them. And just to see their faces, people are like little kids. They're just bubbling and so thankful. And that's really one of the most gratifying things I think there is.
Yeah. We had a rep a long time ago that used this phrase that he described for his job, being a rep in the fishing industry, of "we sell fun." And that's always stuck out in my mind. And we've talked about that quite a bit, that like fishing is fun, but buying tackle is supposed to be an experience. And whether that's in the store or off of our website, either way, it should be fun, right? It should be enjoyable. It's something you look forward to. We try to deliver that where like, hey, let's make this as easy as possible and make it, again, fun. So like our grand opening in storming, people are broken away into little pods talking about what they're going to buy or what fishing they're going to do. And they're just also happy. It's just, that's what it's all about for us. And then, for our online customers, you call us, you don't get an answering service. You don't get for one, or for sales, press one, for this, press two. It's a real person that answers the phone right away. You can text back and forth with Hans or talk to Jacob or talk to me or talk to Chad. We try to just be different in that it's the least corporate thing in the world. It's just, hey, we're just dudes selling fishing stuff and we want people to have a good time doing it, catch more fish in the end.
Yeah, and that's what works, though. I mean, really, and especially being a local, I enjoy coming in there, talking to people. On top of the awesome brands that you guys have, which I love, it's just that one-to-one per se communication with other like-minded fishermen. I can talk to you and say, hey, I want a Karashi in this color. You know exactly what I'm doing with it, where I'm going with it probably, and what color water I'm fishing it in. Where some automated line doesn't know that, or somebody overseas would not know that.
It ain't even gonna happen at Bass Pro for me.
No.
No. You know what I mean? Like I don't talk to anybody there. Nobody talks to me.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be lucky to get out of here without somebody talking to you, especially if
That's what I'm saying. I wish we had something like that wasn't 2 hours away from me.
It's just short drive south, bud. Come on.
It's not south, dude. I just gotta drive real far west. But
it's on the way to Kentucky Lake.
Dude, I'll go fish bluegrass any day. That place is awesome.
Let's talk about that Evansville showroom here just a little bit. Kind of give folks a rundown of what you guys do have in stock there in store, just some of the different brands.
So we've got a really, really nice selection of the higher end gear that was kind of referenced earlier. But one of the things we've been real kind of mindful and conscious of is to try to make sure that there's something for anybody that walks in the door. So, we've got $30 Shimano spinning reels. We've got, some very value priced Fenwick rods and Dobbins rods and all the stuff. But I mean, of the real tackle junkie type guys, I mean, we've got all your St. Croix, your Dobbins, Megabass, Falcon, Shimano, Daiwa. I mean, any of the any of the real premium rods and reels, we've got a very vast selection of those, and we're ramping that inventory up. We're still not where we want to be there, but we having just officially had the grand opening January 31st, that's still just a process, but still we've got an incredible selection of those rods and reels. And then if you move outside of that and talk about tackle and that sort of thing, I mean, we've got a ton of megabass baits as Crossan, shopped through today. We've got some real nice terminal tackle. I mean, Owner, Gamakatsu,
BKK.
we're going to be bringing in BKK very soon. So we're really excited about that. And lure wise, we've got, Kitech, we've got some 6th Sense, we've got Secret Lures tubes, we've got just all kinds of stuff. Zoom, a little bit of Big Bite. As you see me kind of wander around here, I'm just looking at everything.
Yeah.
Kitech's, dirty jigs, a lot of the really good stuff people want to fish with. And when I say really good stuff, I don't mean it has to be the most expensive, just the stuff that people want to fish with and actually use. That's what we try to have represented. And then you get to the back of the store, and that's kind of our signature thing is the used selection that we've got. So we have a trade-in program that's just absolutely awesome. Customers just love it. Matter of fact, Crossan just used it as a way to get that Corrado. So we've got right now, there's about 450 rods and reels that we have in the back of the store that are all displayed, used, and you can find stuff from $10 to we've got used JDM $800 Daiwa spinning reels over there. Like, it's literally whatever price point you're looking for, there's something over there. So that's the real, kind of the biggest draw is that used selection.
Yeah. So what are some of the benefits of maybe doing the trade-in for somebody that's looking for, to pick up a Corrado like Brian did today?
It's just an awesome way. You could take gear that you everybody's been there. You get excited, you buy a rod, you find out, man, I don't really like this as much as I thought I would. And then it either sits around in the garage or the boat or whatever it may be and just doesn't get used as much, or you use it once or twice a year and you think, man, I don't know, I'd rather have something different. So if you're in store, obviously, or local, it's pretty easy. You just bring them in and we give them a value, and that value works immediately as in-store credit. So you come walking in the door, you've got rods that total $200 in trade-in value. Boom, you get a $200 gift card. You can spend it right on the spot. You can save it. You can do whatever you want with it. If you're mailing these things in from all across the country, which we've had, from all the way from California to Maine so far, we've had trade-ins already. All you do is submit a form online, list the models that you've got. One of our guys gets back to you with a trade quote. If you agree to the values, we send you return shipping labels. You drop them off at FedEx, send them back here. As soon as we get them, we check them in, make sure the conditions as described, and then send you a gift card. So we try to make it as easy as possible. And you could just take any of that stuff that you're not crazy about, or even if you are crazy about it and you just want to upgrade, it's just an awesome way to not just be stuck with something and at least get some money for it, turn it into something you'll use or something you want more. It's a really nice program.
Yeah. And see, I was the exact opposite with mine when I did it, because like when I traded the NRX, I started to cry, and like I wanted to keep it because like I'm a tackle hoarder. So I also wanted the BFS, so I debated on which one I wanted to cry less about, and that's how I chose. Picking the Shimano was, I cried less about it than I did the NRX.
It's somebody else's day.
Yeah,
like trading in NRX. Somebody's jumping for joy because they will love it.
Yeah, and that's a great rod. It's just I have others. Yeah, so it's like, okay, I can get rid of this one and get a reel that I want to try to use.
Yeah, that's how I built most of my collection. Long before I worked here or was in the fishing business, I did a lot of trading and upgraded and kind of built my arsenal, as I like to call it. And
right,
that's a good, safe way to do it, is to just upgrade step by step.
Yeah, and I'd say not so much. Used, yes, but new also. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Probably 90% of the 70 plus rods we have here at the house came from you guys. whether they were used. Most of them were used or new. They came from you guys, and over the years. But it's like the used to me is, hey, I can get in this NRX for a lot lower than a new one. Try it out, see if I like it. Yeah, I really like it. Okay, I'm going to make that investment. I'm going to buy another one. Because right now, I'll tell you right now, you guys got some Mega Bass Destroyers over in the U section that I am dying for. And my wife knows I'm dying for them. Like, I'm like cut off. My credit card's like cut off from you guys right now.
Give me your number. I'll make sure she gets you one for Valentine's.
Right. That's what I was going to say. A few days you might have on them.
Yeah. I've been.
That used stuff, though, you mentioned that there are guys that literally leave our used selection open on a tab at work, and they just refresh it every now and again and see if there's anything new. It's kind of mind-blowing that this happens. It's like, it's wild to think about it. There was a thread that we saw on Facebook the other day that was people talking back and forth about what our cadence and strategy was for when we would list the used stuff. And there were guys that thought they had it all figured out, which was hilarious to think that somebody put that much time into it. And I respect the grind of trying to map it out. But unfortunately, it's just whenever we have time. But that's how much people love that used merchandise on the site and in store, obviously.
No, and it really is a big thing, and like while we were having our little technical thing, I was talking about how I love the Japanese market so much and the inventions that they have over there. And they're literally, which I'm sure you guys probably know, there are tackle stores over there, like a tackle store called Tackleberry, that sell used lures. So, if you want like a Roman made mother, you can take a chance in going in a Tackleberry in Japan, in Tokyo, and seeing it on the shelf used and buying it, something like that. And you guys are doing the same things with rods and reels. And I've actually in the past, I've bought a set of a pair of used Costas that was in a bin on the counter. And it's like, why not,
Yeah, it's a great way to save money.
Yeah.
Especially we're all addicted to this stuff. I mean, like you said, the credit cards, there's got to be a limit somewhere. So the used thing is a good justification. And here's the best one. Here's the biggest sales pitch I can give for the trade-in program. Everybody's got to deal with their wife and, maybe giving them a little bit of, giving them a little hell about how much money they're spending on their fishing stuff. I'm not saying I've ever done this, but I've heard people like to use the excuse when they trade the stuff in. Oh, you got a new fishing rod? Yeah, I traded stuff in, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what the out-of-pocket part is. You just leave that out. It's just it was
on sale. It was on sale.
It doesn't. Don't worry about it.
Brian?
Brock? Hey, you're the maestro of the mic, buddy.
Well, I want to give you guys fair play too. Hey.
You got the cheat sheet. Like I told Brian the other day, he said, do you guys have like a timeline or an order or points, or you're going to go? I said, yeah, but you won't know them. I said, that's our job, not yours. And so you just answer the questions.
Well, you got to throw some road questions in too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just, go off of a plan. We never go by a plan, by the way. It never works out. So some of the brands that you guys carry, obviously, Shimano, Dobbins, baits fishing. Do you guys carry any of that stuff?
Oh yeah.
So what do you guys see as customers are coming in? What's the hot thing right now that people are really kind of diving in all about?
Baits EDC.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. So you mentioned it, that baits fishing. Mm-hmm. They've got that EDC at 100, I believe it is. And they're really hard to get right now. So it's we don't even have any at the moment, unfortunately. But that's a $200 reel that think Shimano's DC technology in a baits reel. $200, fairly compact, not super heavy, feels great in your hand, like really, really impressive. And we're both really impressed with all the bait stuff. I mean, look, I've been in this industry for almost 20 years. The coming out with a new reel manufacturer is really hard. Like we've seen several of those just point blank fail. There's no other way to say it. The ones that don't fail, that maybe are associated with a rod brand, for example, they never pick up any momentum. They just, they're over there in their own little world. But to try to come in and say, we're just going to sell reels. That's what we do. We're reels. That's a tough lane to be in. And when I first saw them, I thought there's no way that this is going to work. They feel good, but I don't know. Then we were at ICAST, got to cast one of the hundos, was pretty darn impressed. So we ordered a few. And these guys, they have it figured out. They are doing everything the right way. That baits fishing's here to stay. They're going to be around for a long time. I'm a Shimano guy through and through, but I know several customers that have sold their Metaniums or traded in their Metaniums and switched everything to hundos.
Wow.
I have heard of similar stories that are going on with that EDC right now. So to answer your question in a long-winded way, which is the only way I know how, unfortunately, but that EDC 100's really, really hot.
And you mentioned seeing some of the first original bait stuff at ICAST. I remember same boat as you, picking them up and thinking, man, it's a little bit heavy. It's a little bit chunky. Are you impressed with how far baits has come in such a short time with their technology?
Oh yeah. It's really impressive. I mean, that hundo fits so well in your hand. It's just like the way that I've seen it with several other brands that just they always have one thing that just sticks out, like, man, you got this and this, but this is way off. That's just not the case with baits. Like like you said, the first ones, they were big and clunky and pretty darn heavy, and they weren't, they were pretty tall. They weren't very low profile, so the ergonomics were off on them. But I mean, now that hundo, it fits in your hand perfect. It's super low profile. It's lightweight. It's smooth. It casts well. It looks good. Like, just, they've checked every single box. And I mean, their marketing's on point. They're just, they're easy as a dealer. They're very easy to deal with too. So it's just like, man, they've got a lot of things going for them.
What is one of the lower end reels that you see that is probably one of the biggest sleepers on the market today?
I'll tell you, we've got our phone that we're streaming this through propped up on a display table of Shimano neck saves that are on sale on the website for like $34 right now.
Ooh.
$34. That is the nicest spinning reel you will ever have in your hand. It's the discontinued model, but those neck saves are really, really nice. Even the new ones that are $60-$70, those are, I mean, they're a great value at that price, let alone this discounted price, not to make this total ad here, but the Daiwa Fuego spinning reel is really nice too. That be another one. What else you got? I'm going to plug this cord in a little better here.
I've had guys come in and want a neck save, and they're like, I think the lower price point kind of scares them. But I had two customers come in and buy one and said, I'll get back with you, which often happens. I'm going to try this out and never see them again. One guy bought one, then he came back and bought four for his kids. Then another guy bought one, he came in and bought 6.
Oh,
wow.
So, and these are fishermen. They're not just somebody, I'm going to try to be cheap. Very impressed. And I haven't heard anybody, I was going to say very rarely, but I don't think I've ever had anybody complain about one, that the quality wasn't there, and they can't believe that it's such a low price point.
So as tackle's kind of changing, I think, in a lot of ways right now, with forward-facing sonar, are you guys seeing a big difference in what people buy? Are you guys buying things that are different just to fill that niche, or is it still as well-rounded as it always has been?
I think we are buying some things different. I think we consider it more like just another lane, I guess, where for the minnow type things and the heads, we still get a very good response from the old traditional. There's a lot of power fishermen around here
Oh yeah.
that are the tried and true things they're really going after. But, you know, there is definitely a big market for the minnow shaking and the, and everything in that lane from rods. I mean, that's one thing about that the minnow has is there's more specific type rods for that people want the minnow rod. And it's like anything else. I may like a rod that I'm going to pitch or flip with. Somebody else think that's too heavy or that's too light. I mean, the more we go down the minnow, it used to be everybody wanted to start out kind of a light rod and maybe a medium light. And now more and more people are shaking with a medium. I even heard some people doing medium heavies, which I haven't tried that yet. But I mean, just as it gets more defined, you know, I think it's going to expand the different uses for it and different head sizes, hook sizes, bait shops, bigger minnows. And, you know, and I think it's kind of got wrongly pigeonholed as just a live scope type bait, because having a live scope and not being very good with it, if I can find an area of fish, I have caught way more fish kind of blind shaking than I have seen them eat it.
I don't have live scope. I've caught a billion fish on that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people that come in the store think, well, I don't have live scope, I can't do that. And I try to tell them I think they're wrong. But, you know, until you get the confidence in it and you really do throw it, you know, you really don't know. But
yeah, so many more spinning rods sell now too as a result of that. It used to be, I mean, I can remember, you know, you'd go through and you'd order rods and it would be like, okay, well, you know, if you're ordering 20 rods, it's like, all right, well, I'll take 18 casting rods and 2 spinning rods. And that is not the case anymore. It's actually, I mean, our spinning rod sales have exceeded our casting rod sales, which I would have never, ever dreamt in a million years would be the case. So that's definitely changed the way that we've had to order. And it's just interesting because it seems like there's some momentum kind of going back the other direction, probably to do with some of the professional circuits limiting things and whatnot. But I don't know, it's such an interesting thing. It just changes, like he was saying about the baits, and as it evolves, it's changing in every aspect, and it's unique. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes from here.
How do you guys judge that as to, you know, other than going to places like ICAST and just basically talking to people that come in? How do you guys judge that on, hey, this time we need to order X brand, 100 spinning reels or spinning rods compared to casting rods?
That's what's really tough and really frustrating, because I mean, none of this is an exact science. So it's just, you got to have your ear to the ground and just try to make sure that you're in tune with what, you know, your fellow fishermen are doing. And the fact that every single person that works here fishes very seriously really helps with that, because obviously anytime you talk to a person on the phone and you get feedback from a customer, that's kind of a piece to the puzzle, so to speak. And you're just trying to make sure that, you know, you're never going to nail it perfectly, but anybody that's in an inventory business will tell you that is the single hardest thing to deal with. And if you're wrong, you know, you're out of business. So you better not be wrong. And if you are, it better be a narrow miss and not a big miss. So that's what, you know, we take that pretty seriously and just try to do the best we can with it.
Yeah. And I will say too, since you brought it up, you guys have a hell of a crew there. You know, I know a couple of guys that you guys have working for you now, like Jacob and Paul. You know, I've talked to Paul, sold me a rod before for my wife, a travel rod, and nothing but praise for your crew. Every one of them are outstanding. Talk you to death, not so much, but talk to you like you're a person, like every fisherman's the same, whether you're a tournament pro or some guy coming in bank busting, you're going to get treated the same. And kudos for that, for you guys like that.
thank you. That means a lot. It really does, because that's what we strive for. And we really do have a great crew that everybody loves it, and everybody loves fishing, but we really are lucky to have a good atmosphere, and everybody is truly friends, and we all communicate. When somebody's off for a day, we're checking on them to be sure everything's okay, or if they're fishing, we're checking on them to see if they're doing any good, making us jealous we're not with them.
All right.
Now, Travis Myers is in here in the comments, a mutual friend of ours, I'm sure. But he mentioned, and it is very true, the name, the Rod Locker, it's not just about rods and reels. You guys also carry marine electronic products like trolling motors and graphs and different things. Can you guys talk a little bit about some of the different brands that you carry and what you have to offer in that space?
Yeah, so we don't have much in stock currently. That's something we're working towards in the marine space. But we can, we are an authorized Garmin dealer. We do installations. Hans does those, and dude's extremely knowledgeable. Which Hans is just one of a kind in and of himself. He's freaking awesome. Love that dude. But he does the installations. We've got that. We run out of the warehouse here. So if anybody needs any of that done, we can, give us a call, and we're happy to take care of you there. But we're an authorized Garmin dealer, authorized Humminbird and Minn Kota dealer, Lowrance as well. So any of the major players, we can get any of those in a matter of a couple days. And as we kind of ramp this thing up, you'll start to see some of that become in-stock merchandise and be readily available. But that's something we want to be a comprehensive store that can kind of outfit, anybody's fishing needs, whether it's marine electronics or hooks or weights or tackle boxes, rods, reels, obviously, any of that type of stuff. We want to make sure that we're kind of a one-stop shop, so to speak.
Well, and that rigging goes such a long way. A lot of guys will buy something, they'll try to throw it on the boat, and then they never get the settings right, or it's wirings. They've got all kinds of problems with wiring, just the different things that happen. I mean, that's really key to having a shop that can do those things and get you out on the water so your equipment's working for you, not against you.
Absolutely. And there's things like Hans notices that are just different. So I could go, if I bought a trolling motor, I could install it. Okay. Mm-hmm. But there's, we're back there and Hans is doing an installation, and I'm, being the flashlight holder for him, if you will. And I'll know what he's doing. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, he's checking 3 things that I would have never thought to check, or he's changed the angle of this because, when you get in these circumstances or these conditions, it's going to be better if it's right over this. Just any of those little details that somebody that knows what they're doing, it makes a monumental difference. Exactly like you're saying. Like, there's a lot of things that I could do myself, and then I'm going to find out, well, I just spent $3,000 on this, and now I'm frustrated out on the water when I'm supposed to be having fun because it's not doing exactly what I want it to do. And so that's where I think having a good tech comes in handy of making sure everything's done exactly the way you want it.
Yeah. Any plans on like knocking down the back wall, making that showroom bigger to put more marine stuff in there?
We would love to make the showroom bigger. There's no doubt. At some point, maybe. Right now, probably need to be wise and get a few months worth of, I guess, sales and see exactly what we've got going here. But I would love to make the showroom much larger. I know Chad would too. It'd be great if we could. I'd love to make it where there wasn't really a warehouse and it was all just finished showroom. So for those of you that don't know, we've got 10,000 square feet of warehouse space in the back, and so it's a super small showroom. I don't even actually know the square footage. I shouldn't say super small, but it's not an impressively sized showroom. But if we added in the warehouse, or at least we're able to knock down 3/4 of the size of that warehouse, it'd be a lot of showroom to work with. So maybe that's in the future. We'll see. Hopefully, with some good support from some wonderful customers, maybe we'll be able to make that happen.
Hopefully we're building a few new ones tonight. We've got a lot of comments that have come through tonight, so that's great. And if you guys out there have any questions that you guys want to ask these guys, by all means, drop them in the comments and we will try to get them up to them just as quick as we can. One of the things on your website, and I actually know nothing about this, I didn't click on it because I wanted to hear it from you guys. The Platinum Experience, loyalty, rewards, the membership. What do you guys have going on there?
Okay, so Platinum membership right now, we've got it enabled so that anybody that wants to try it can try it for free for 6 months. And at the end of 6 months, it will bill annually at $39.99. So for $40, here's what you get. If you are shopping on our website, you get free shipping on all orders, no minimum. You can buy $32 worth of crankbaits and it ships free. $5 secondary, or free secondary air shipping on anything over $99, excluding rods. So anything other than rods or trolling motors or anything like that, free secondary air shipping. In addition to that, you get 5% back in rewards points for every dollar that you spend. So every dollar you're getting a nickel back to your nickel back.
Yeah.
He's big nickel back fan right here. Goes to every one of the kids. Before we started this, he traveled the whole country, went to their entire tour. But you get 5 cents back for every dollar that you spend. That goes into your points account. It's redeemable just like cash. So if somebody wants to go and spend $1,000, you're going to have a nice little nest egg there of points you can burn. It's a great perk. 5% is awesome. So you get that, and then you also get a 10% boost on all your trade-in values. So if your trade-in value is $100, you immediately get bumped to 110. And then if you're, again, doesn't apply to local customers, but if you are an e-commerce customer, that means you get free return shipping on your trade. So you can send the rods, reels, whatever back, and we furnish the return label at no charge. So it's kind of an absurd number of perks, really. To get that much value for $39.99 is I think is probably a little over the top, but it's a great way to build some loyal customers and make sure that we want people, once they start shopping online with us, we want to keep them right here. We don't want them to go to our competitors, and think that Platinum program is a good way to do that.
That sounds absolutely amazing. And I think Mike Iaconelli said it best in his book, Fishing on the Edge. He mentions that all fishermen have a collector's gene. And I really believe that. I mean, we can't buy enough. There's always something new. There's always a new color. Even when you start looking at the old stuff, like the old wooden lures and the antique items, you just want to have it because it's different more than anything. I mean, I think we can all say there's stuff in our tackle boxes that we've probably never even tied on.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
100%. As like I was saying, like they give me crap all the time because I'll get like a Pokemon lure from Japan just because I think it's cool, But then I've got old stuff from people from back in the 40s or 30s that has real rat hair on it that I've got in glassed in cases, on mantles and stuff. And it's like, it's just stuff you're never going to find, going and other than collecting it, basically.
Hey, we get done with this, Brian, I'm going to have to buy that Pokemon lure off you. My son will go back. We're going to have to work out a deal.
I know a good trade for a Mega Bass Destroyer. I know that.
That sounds fair. That sounds fair.
We got one from the audience. Shimano $70 reel you mentioned sounds great. What rod would you suggest for a beginner, and what lure would you recommend to go bass fishing? Two-parter.
I think first thing that I like to ask is what type of fishing are they doing, or on the bank? What type of water are they in? What kind of water are they in? And what's kind of their personality? Because some people enjoy dragging a jig. Some people, a chatterbait I always recommend because I'm a little spastic. I love the instant feedback, and I'm constantly moving and doing things. So that's one of the first things I'd want to know is when they're fishing, what do they like to do? Do they want to be a slow, methodical type person, or a just let it all hang out and cast as many times as you can, figuring the more casts, the more opportunity you have for fish. And then I would base what rod based on the feedback I got from there. So if they were like in the chatterbait idea, then, it'd be more of a, depending on how heavy a chatterbait they wanted to throw, a mini max or a jackhammer, the size of that, we would probably go into a medium or maybe a lighter medium heavy, depending on that and what kind of structure they're around. I mean, just really want to go in depth with it as to what they're doing. So the more answers they can give or facts they can state, I think it helps us narrow down what they should do.
Yeah, and there's several. That's the most ideal outcome for sure. And then within that, if we don't, if they're shopping online and we don't necessarily have that luxury to be able to sit here face to face and go over everything, which Chad's amazing at and can put some really good setups together that people are really matched up nicely with. There's some options that are just like kind of, I guess, standard, just very versatile setups. So as far as something to pair with that reel specifically, the Dobbins makes a rod called the Maverick, and I've always thought that's an incredible value rod. It doesn't hurt that if we're talking about those neck saves, it matches perfectly with the Maverick on the color scheme. I know some people get super geeked out about that. I happen to be one of the nerds that does get geeked out about everything matching, so that's always a nice touch. And then Cashin makes a rod, Element Z2. It's a made in the USA rod for $129, which is really, really impressive. Those have been wildly popular. And then I'll throw one more out just for good measure. Shimano just updated their Celis rods, and they're either $69 or $79. And you'd think a dude that sold rods for a living would know this, but I can't remember. It's either $69 or $79. But those Celis rods feel really, really good. They honestly, they feel better than the SLX rods that are $109. Like they knocked them out of the park. So I think that's going to be, I haven't fished it, but they're very new, but they feel great. So those would be three options I think you could reasonably look at just as far as a series goes. And then I refer back to what Chad said as far as like, hey, how do you want to select which particular model? You can kind of go that direction.
Are you guys impressed with how much the lower end reels have caught up with that $120 to $150 rod and reel combo, or rod and reel?
I think so. I mean, I think as things are moving along, the technology trickles down. I mean, things are lighter. I mean, I'm an old dude, and I remember when there weren't too many choices. And today's rods and reels, even the lower end, if you go back to the 80s and 90s, things were twice as heavy and twice as hard to cast. And the technology with the magnets, and you've got dual adjustment on most reels, have made them so much easier that it kind of makes me mad, because it took me a long time to learn to throw a bait caster. And now you can almost just pick one up and be fairly adequate with it and pretty decent at it, because the technology has advanced so much. And without the price point, I mean, everything's price point is going up to some degree. But for the gap, it is definitely closed, I think.
That's one thing I think Shimano specifically is really good, is what he touched on, that trickle down technology thing. And like, I don't know, you pick up, so let's just hammer this neck save deal into oblivion here. $34, $34.99, whatever they are. Let's put this in perspective. A jackhammer, a single jackhammer is at therodlocker.com. It's $19.99. On some other websites, they're $22.99. But for one bait, just a chatterbait, and it happens to be one of the best ones or the best one, but still, it's $20 for that, and you can get a really nice spinning reel for $35. Like that is mind blowing to me, how much everything else has gone up, but these value reels have kind of still been. I mean, they're still there, and they're making them better and better and better. And like, Well, I mean, Strike King crankbaits are $10 now, but we just thankfully we haven't seen that happen. We've seen it happen on reels, but we haven't seen it happen on the lower end reels, and I think that's a big. That's a really good thing because there needs to be some value somewhere.
There you guys have it, the rodlocker.com.
Don't looking at you section, dude. I'm telling you, your wife will not like that credit card bill.
So let's get back over to here. There's Marcus.
It's Marcus.
Marcus. No, I like to do the share screen. You guys have got a great website, and I think everybody needs to see it. If you haven't been over there, for you guys that are listening on the streaming apps without the video, definitely head over to the website and check it out. Brian, I'm going to let you start off on the rapid fire questions. We're getting about to that time.
So I kind of gave Brian the heads up the other day. Brian, Chad, you guys are going to be our guinea pigs on this new segment called the Quick Five. So everybody knows in tournament fishing, we want to get a quick five, and then we can start culling, right? So we're going to give you 5 rapid fire questions. You both can answer. Please answer individually, I should say. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
First question. What's your favorite bait for February?
My favorite bait, I think a jig's hard to beat, but I'm a chatterbait guy. And until they tell me they don't want to eat it, I'm going to throw one. And just so many different ways I can fish it. I mean, I can fish it like a jig and kind of hop it across the bottom. I can speed it up. It's a vibration no matter how dirty the water is. I can slow it down for colder water. It's hard for me not to start with that, with the jig being a close second.
For February, I'm gonna go with the Alabama rig.
Oh, yeah,
I don't love throwing it, but God, it's effective.
Yeah, killer effect, especially the new ones that they're coming out with, the clear ones, the clear armed ones. Those are insane. All right, next question for both of you. What's one piece of gear you'll never get rid of or trade in?
Ooh.
Ever.
Man. Well, as I said, I love to throw a chatterbait, but I'm going to change up, and I've got a Megabass Destroyer 110 Special. It could have been my answer for the first question, but that is an absolute great jerkbait rod, followed very closely by my X-Pride 610 medium.
Nice.
That is, I know that's 2 answers, but I love to jerkbait fish, and if I wasn't sitting here looking at some jackhammers over there, I might have set a vision. I might have set a vision in February, but I lost again because Brian usually has the right answer with an A-rig.
Gosh, that's really tough. I don't know that I'm sitting here and I'm just like, just say something, and there's just nothing coming into the brain because I trade my gear out so much because I like to try as many different things as possible. Right. I'll tell you what, there's a rod, and it's not an expensive rod, and I'll just go with this one. There's a Tatua Elite, and the one I have is the previous gen, but it's a 6.9 medium light with a regular bend, and that thing is the sweetest little topwater rod and small crankbait rod, and I've got that paired up with an Aldebaran, a Shimano Aldebaran, which seems like some kind of sacrilege to have a Shimano on a dial, and I would never usually engage in such a ridiculous concept, but nonetheless, I did with this setup, and it's too nice now to break it apart, so I'd probably have to go that direction.
Gotcha. So next question, not to throw yourself under the bus or the store, what's one overhyped bait on the market right now? That's a complete piece of crap.
I got one for you. But...
Oh man. Okay, I got one. I've never used it. I haven't thrown it, but we just got these in. Hey, here we go. Let me buy a new bait, add it to the store, and then immediately decide to run it into the ground. But those Yamamoto uni things, is that the name of them? Yeah, uni, the Yamamoto unis. It's $15 for a single dice bait, a single one of them. Like,
Oh, is that like the
It
Cokie?
may
The
be awesome, but
Cokie?
there's no way I'm never paying $15 for it. I don't know what our cost is on it, but I'll never pay that either.
That's crazy.
It's insane. I'm not. It's way too expensive.
All right.
Man, that's a tough one. As long as he talked, I still couldn't think of something.
I can talk more if you want me to. My wife says I'm real good at it. So.
You know, what's the Z-Man topwater bait?
Oh yeah, Hellraiser.
No,
Hellraiser.
So, and it might be great. And I've had customers come in and tell me they love them. But I had a long day of fishing one day and couldn't catch nothing, so I thought I'm going to try this topwater bait. So I got in my adult beverage container. I casted it out, got my adult beverage container and cracked one. And I looked out and thought, I must have a fish. I set the hook. I didn't know it sank. So I threw up in shallow water, almost dropped my drink. And I thought, oh, this is a great bait. I got one. And then after I had to go over in 2 foot of water to get it out of some roots I threw in, because I had no idea it sunk. So that left a bad taste in my mouth. I've had great feedback about it. A lot of people liking it. But as far as one, I know it's a couple of years old, but
all right. No, it's all right. All right, next question is going to be a tough one, okay? You have one place to fish for the rest of your life. Where would it be?
Zero hesitation, the Ohio River. Sign me up. Let's go.
What?
I would tell you the place that, and this is not a glamorous lake or anything, but I just have too many memories. My dad and I used to go to the Canadian portion of Crane Lake in the Boundary Waters. And so just too many memories, too much history there with him. And I hope that one day we can make it back up there, but it would be just that Boundary Waters area would be my pick.
Right.
Well, I think that I take an annual trip with, there's usually 8 to 10 of us that go, and we go up to Lake Erie up at Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And the great thing about it, we get to fish the big water of Lake Erie, and they've got break walls. And then the Niagara River is like 8 minutes from the ramp. And just smallmouth awesomeness, throwing a jerkbait a lot. You can drag tubes. There's just so much you can do up there, and there are big smallmouth up there. And they're pretty dumb because if I can catch them, anybody can.
All right, you guys ready for the last question? This is the toughest question of the whole series. In the morning before a tournament or before you're fishing, just regular, is it coffee or energy drinks?
Oh, both.
Mix them.
That's an energy drink, or a cup of coffee as soon as I wake up and an energy drink as soon as I get to the boat ramp.
Well, I'm not a coffee guy. So every time I go fishing, I stop at a Quickie Mart and I get a big ass Coke. And I get a big ass Coke and I drink about a quarter of it, and then I have an energy drink mixed with other adult beverages.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Jaeger bomb.
We got a Jaeger bomber in the audience.
5 o'clock in the morning, he'll be out there doing Jaeger bombs.
It's true. It either enhances the experience or dulls the pain. Either way.
Yeah.
We've all got that guy.
And he's built different. Him and Hans that I talked about earlier, they are built different when it comes to that. I just realized the name of that segment was Quick Five, and that, I mean, it's like weigh-in happened like 2 hours ago, and we're still going through these. So
right.
I think we failed at the concept of the segment.
Well, and that's, there's 2 of you, so it's quick 10.
Okay. I like the concept though. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Brian can't count.
I can count.
He can't count.
And I'm supposed to say, and with that, Brock, we're culling.
Yeah. Oh, are you? Is that in your notes? So we've kept
Chad
you
wrote
guys
it on the back of his receipt when he came in today.
Right.
So we've kept you guys about an hour. We won't take up much more of your time here, but let's get a few key points. Shop address is 500A North Congress Avenue, Evansville, Indiana. Yes, I did read that. Their specialty is rods, reels, high-end rods and reels, trade-ins, same-day shipping. Obviously, they've got marine equipment there as well, and they can do some boat rigging. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the rodlocker.com.
We also have an expert at fixing rod tips and rod guides.
That's
the man
huge.
right here used to build rods, and you will not know the difference when he gets done, because I've stepped on a few guides and had them replaced, and that's a service we offer also. Now, if a tip gets broken off, kind of have to talk about how it may have changed it. But if the ceramic comes out of the tip of your guide, that's an easy fix, and you won't notice the difference.
Awesome. So real quick in the ending, Brian, Chad, what can we expect in the future out of the Rod Locker?
Yes.
Well, I think you can expect what we're doing here is having a good time and communication, getting to know each other, and offering genuine, honest opinions and service that we think will be second to none anywhere in any industry. That's really what I enjoy, and that was really the main thing that made me want to be a part of this, because of our philosophy and our atmosphere, and we're really all on the same page here, from Hans and Jacob to our part-timers to Brian and I. We just genuinely love fishing, and we really love it, and we want to expand our family and our friends. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah, we want to offer consistency and consistent service and all the things that just echo what Chad said. But there's, this is something that, I kind of mentioned earlier, but we want to be the opposite of a corporate environment. This is dudes that fish. That's who we are. That's what we want people to think of when they think of us. We want this to be a really fun experience where people get to shop, and hopefully they really like the selection that we have, which will be ever growing and ever evolving. And, what we have in stock now is going to be nowhere close to what we have in stock 30 days from now, and 6 months from now, and a year and a half from now. It hopefully will continue to grow. I can say with certainty that selection will grow for the next 90 to 180 days. And then beyond that, hopefully, as long as things go well, we're going to, our plan is to, aggressively attack growth, and hopefully the support from the community and the online community helps support that, and we can make this into a really special place. That's our goal. We want it to be a staple of the community and kind of be an escape. Everybody's got to have something that's fun, where they can just walk in the door and forget about whatever they've got going on in life. Just be like, okay, it may not be the thing I love to do, which is fishing, but it's the closest thing I've got. And I hope we can create that here.
Fantastic. Is there anybody that you guys want to thank that's been crucial as far as part of your guys' journey to the Rod Locker?
Our wives. They've been behind us. They've been in helping us. Once again, how Brian said earlier, without giving her the proposal that Brian did to me, that, do we want to do this? She was more eager than I was. And I don't know if she knew that having a business, I'd be here more and I wouldn't be around her, or if she was really anxious for it and really happy and 100% supportive, as I know Krista has been with Brian.
Yep. We definitely couldn't have done it. This place wouldn't exist if it weren't for them. And it's totally irrelevant, not worth going into, but I've gone a long time without putting a dime in our bank account, and my wife has given me hell about that 0 times. So that is to have all this stress going on, to not have her, adding to that stress, is just unbelievable partner to have. And we appreciate the heck out of both of them. And then the only other, got to give a special shout out to all of our staff that, we've mentioned them throughout this podcast, but there's Jacob and Hans specifically. I mean, again, this place wouldn't exist if they weren't if they weren't on board to work for us, we couldn't have done it. I mean, they're too trustworthy and too good of guys that it was an absolute necessity to have both of them. So,
and our guy that helps with our trade-in, Brian Kidd, he is off-site.
Yep.
The dude is of vast knowledge of rods and reels, and he's a tackle rod reel geek.
Yep.
And he knows far more than I ever will in 2 lifetimes. And just he's invaluable to us to helping us with trade-ins, getting things set up. He's very responsive when people reach out to him, and he's a vital cog in what we do as far as our trade-in program for sure. And he's also a pretty good sounding board, because he'll call me and like, what are you doing here? Well, I don't understand this. So he kind of helps keep me in check as far as when thinking about doing something, or somebody calls him and talks to me or him both, and we're on the same page. But he's just he's a fountain of knowledge.
He's great.
Well, gentlemen, we appreciate you, and we appreciate your time tonight. We won't keep you no longer. I'm going to hide you guys down below. The 3 of us goobers will close this little podcast we call a podcast out, and we'll be right back with you.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you,
been
Brad.
great.
Thanks, guys.
It's been great.
Thank
Nice
you
to meet
guys. Appreciate it.
Yes. There you guys have it. The Rod Locker, Evansville, Indiana. If you need tackle, hit these guys up. Good dudes. Got a great program going on with the premium package. I like that.
Oh, it's awesome.
I am a
Heck
premium
of a deal.
member, by the way. Just to let
Figured.
you two know.
Hey,
Well-
I mean, if you order a lot of tackle like most of us fishermen do, you cannot go wrong with that premium package. I don't think. I mean, we all need stuff all summer long. The bite's always changing. We've all got a stack of baits from last year where, it was the hot ticket item, and this year, and undoubtedly it will be something different, and we'll be buying that, and we'll have a drawer full of that bait come spring.
Yep.
Yep.
Unless you're like me and just save them for 20 years and they become popular again.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the packaging falls apart.
The long game.
Long game investment.
Long game.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the show. We appreciate the heck out of you. Check us out on Spotify. Just look us up. It's the Tackle CoOp. We'll see you soon. Night, everybody.
See you guys.